I can beat her up, nobody else can.
Right. She's my punching bag, not yours.
So, I'm gonna just, while you guys are stretching, just talk about some things I was going over, because I know we've done on a half guard and then, and guard, but, if you guys are up for rolling a little bit more at the end today.
Yeah.
I don't mind you or no gear.
Sorry, I just,
No, no, I don't care.
I didn't bring a gi, and I was
I
like,
prefer no
I'm not
gi.
show up.
I really honestly, and I really only do, because I know I wanna include Scott. So, just the concept of closed guards, and then we'll just move on. There's some things that I saw that were, if you think of what you're gonna do with an opponent, whether they're standing on the knees or whatever, if you're gonna go with a traditional closed guard, you're gonna have the closed guard, right? But what you're gonna be able to do is move to think of this as a position, is not that you're safe and you got them under control, because you do kind of have them under control, but it's a 49% control. But you want to use your knees to move them north, south, meaning from their heads to their butts, or east to west, and anywhere in between. But if you want to think of being mobile, maybe right here, from the hips, like this, you can transition to a sweeper submission. That's what you're using that close-up. Or you can transition to a half guard. And a half guard traditionally just means, basic definition so we can all be on the same page. One leg's in, one leg's out. Doesn't matter. One leg's between their legs, one leg's outside. So a half guard. And I would call this things that you can transition from closed guard to half guard, but you gotta pummel that foot in. Or you can try to go to De La Eva, where it's kind of a half guard where one leg is woven in between and one's out. And then inside.
So on a day like Heva, don't you also need some kind of control of their upper body?
Yes.
Either wrist, collar, leg, okay.
Yeah, I'm just
So
defining.
I'm making sure that I'm.
Yeah, I need points of contact, and that's another thing. But just think of these things as a butterfly. You got both your feet inside. So where your positions are would be, you got your insides mixed and your closed guards where both your feet are outside. So for us trying to think of, if I got a closed guard, don't try to go into a butterfly. Or if you're a butterfly, getting a daily, it's kind of a little bit of a tricky situation. So think of the transitions you want to make. So if someone comes in to you standing, what I think of it is as a shin to shin, or I can go shin to shin. So I'm actually creating a frame with this shin, and when you get used to it, it'll start blocking. I'm using a boot and I'm hugging the knee. So now this knee is in control, is not able to move freely, and I'm controlling with this shin. So I'm kind of gonna think of, right now my feet are inside, but I might switch to something else. You might beat me, country here, and my defense is, I have to try to stay, and I have to drive the street almost like a wrestler. So I gotta do stretch the guard this back over my hips, right, to try to straighten my face. I'm gonna lose this position because I got no base, I have no little frame. So I gotta really lean into that, think of wrestling up. And if he somehow pushes my head or my shoulders like this, that's when I start going to this. So I gotta think of when I'm inside, outside, or from half guard. I can't go from this, go, oh, I'm gonna go to butterfly. It seems like a stupid thing to cover, but just make sure we're transitioning from here to maybe a De La Eva, or if I'm a half guard, I go to butter half. If you're on your knees, get down on your knees. I go butter half. So where am I gonna be able to transition to? Maybe closed guard, should I go, inside, butterfly, or to go outside, I have to kind of transition.
Yeah.
So understand where your feet are.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they sprawl, you might be able to go from that butterfly and it's sprawl like the rest of the wood. And you sort of body watch. You might be able to go to that outside guard.
Yeah.
But just think of how easier you want to transition. So, but like you said, you gotta have connections. I'm all worried about the base and the posture. So, collar ties, I like this a lot. The gi is, I kind of like this judo grip better, right here on the elbow. But this is sometimes all I get. What I tell my son is, if this is what I want, it's not the first grip I go for.
Are you allowed to grab clothing?
Not in
No
no
gi?
Not in no gi. I'm doing simulating gi. But what I did is I did this in the no gi.
Yeah.
So I got the collar tied, I'm trying to grab the meaty portion of the neck.
Right.
And I'm bringing my
Difference
forearm
with the gi.
over his clavicle.
Yeah.
So if he postures his head up, he's got But then I'm gonna just use that leverage going to his shoulder a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that 90 degree in his neck. And here with his elbow, I feel like I have more control. As he pulls out, most people do that. But if he pulls in towards his pocket, I don't have as much.
Yeah.
So I'm extra over. But with the gi, I'm using these collars. So if I can't get it, then I'll just go 2-on-1. And what he's gonna do is start fighting the opponent. But he has to kind of come in, just transition. Because a lot of people are starting to hurt their fingers and hands when they start thinking, I don't know why I feel like I'm getting arthritis. No, it's just because of death row.
Yeah.
I just find it really nice when you take down from underhook. So collar to underhook. Called the shove to a scoop. Yeah. So as they're pressuring in, you shuck up.
I like it.
And if you're going from a really dominant, I just, Kolot.com. Kolot on, Terry Kolot on.
KO.
K-O-T,
Okay.
K-O-L-A-T, Kolot. Dude's a fucking genius. He's got a lot of shorts for takedowns and stuff.
I love it.
But yeah, a lot of his shit really fucking good. And it's a lot of stuff that like, oh yeah, that's right, I learned that one.
There's a lot of wrestling you're gonna do. With that, I did that to Eric, Tommy's dad. So similar to what he did, but I'll do this one, and you probably know this one, but where he's got driven my. Once he gets a grip, he holds on to it, and he moves around with something. Dude, grip and regrip, don't hurt yourself. So he had an advantage of having underhooks here. I pinched, and I knew he wasn't gonna let go because I started moving around. He had an advantage, so I pinched his elbows. I drove in, and as soon as he started pushing back, I did a little trip like that.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't let go, and he actually fell down all the way down, hold on to grip, and that's when we disengaged, I was like, dude, you didn't have to hold on to that grip. He's like, what could I have done? I said, just body locked me and drove me flat on my back. So I do that again, and you try it. And here's what start one. I said, you let go of these hands, do it without the nerves, and okay? Just trust me, you're gonna hit your head on the chest.
Okay.
Trip. He's lost no position.
Yeah.
You know, but I didn't think about that when he did. I just figured I'm gonna be able to trip him just like what you did to me, and I just chuckled, yeah.
Yep, you just.
So sometimes you can use the takedowns, you know, as a white belt, we hate these takedowns. I'll do this, boom, 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 and I'm trying to trip your leg. And I usually get you to not get based on it, and I'll just end up coming up like this. So if you get get 2-on-1. It's like a Facebooker. You're gonna drive me back. You're moving me around. You're kind of left and right, and then all you gotta do is step out and trip me with this leg. You don't want me to. I don't want to fall on
This
this
leg?
So you're basically gonna maybe block my foot.
Okay.
Boom, and just step out.
See, I always did it the way other way, where I would move around, and then I would come in.
Whichever one works.
Yeah, so by going on what ends up being the inside leg, you're priming yourself for that carry through, you're coming back on top. And that.
Push, pull, push, pull.
Push, pull, push, pull. Let them push you into a pole.
Anything you wanna cover, Scott? I mean, we go a lot of, PCs or privates with Tanner. Or anything you wanna work on?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, there's, seeing even just the stuff we did yesterday,
Yeah, I'm liking that.
it's just this whole sequence of movement and with the omoplata, or to triangle, or to arm bar, and just seeing it all. That's one thing personally, because that's a part of my game.
I'd rather do, yeah, if Tanner's touching the console.
So I like that, and then, the other thing that I need to add to my game that Tanner went over with me, that I didn't, that I still can't see, is how to switch from triangle to arm bars as they're posturing and whatnot. So that's, selfishly, that's like where I'm trying to go.
Cool, because I don't see that either. Of course.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to hear that with all your years, that's still like, wait a minute.
Well, that's why we still go recycle control arm parts.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
and you know, straight up, I would tell you I'm not the most technical. I don't know. I'm not the technical guy. That's why I'm so into the more theory stuff,
Yeah,
because that's how I roll.
yeah,
That's what I use as that's my tool bag. And I'm not like the most advanced brown belt, and I'm not even a mid-advanced brown belt, right? But that is, so I don't have the credentials to validate my, why I roll that way or how I roll that way. That's just where it ended up.
yeah,
So I just tend to gravitate towards that. It's kind of like more survival than it is moves and attacks and offensive. And
One thing that I liked about yesterday,
So there's a
like,
lot of
at
accuracy.
least for me too, was when we were going perpendicular and putting the leg on the back and letting them posture up. As he was talking about keeping this tight so that as they posture up, your leg just automatically comes up for the transition. And that was helpful for me because what has been pointed out to me is when I'm moving up here, not much is going on down here, or if I'm doing a lot over here, not much is happening over here. Does that make sense? He's teaching you how to keep that tension, even though I'm focusing on this over his back, keeping this engaged too.
So yes, your foot dexterity is gonna improve the more you train, because I didn't think I could do these. This was the hardest thing for me to do. This is the rest of me do this shit all day.
Yeah.
The foot pummel.
It took me a few years to feel comfortable doing it. Ask me to go in the other direction, I'm gonna do it. So with that being said, it'll do better. It definitely do better. So that's, if you guys want to show me what you guys did, it was the second half. 'Cause I don't remember the morning class for some reason.
so if you're standing, you're coming out of guard, and so now you've gone to standing. I'm starting to play more. If you're gonna stand up, I'm gonna grab these grips.
That's the go-to.
I'm gonna let you stand up, but if you're gonna force, a lot of times you'll be here, right? And so you're kind of already locked to me, right? So it's easy for me to grab these grips.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to maybe hold me down or something, or pressure me in, right? But at least I just feel like I'm gonna hold these grips. I mean, other people go here, which is not bad because then you can break posture easier. But for whatever reason, I've just been playing here. So now when you're up, I've been playing with this little tighten. We did that, right? Tightening here, and then I can just take you to either side, or I can push your arms back through, and I can sweep this way and end up straight in mount. So I've just been playing with that. I mean, I'll go here and even just do these little push pulls, which is part of what he does in the progressive guard. I'll like go foot on hip, and I'll go foot on shoulder, whatever. I'll just keep them away. But I just like, so then what I've been seeing is we're here, and a lot of times, and this happened just with Tanner, is when I get to here, I'll kind of switch to here as just and do that muscle sweep. And I noticed I was doing that a lot, right? But then I would kind of get stuck here, and I was like, man, I wasn't making much progress. So then Tanner just showed me this little guy. So now we're here, you're all connected, and instead of me going here, I'm going here, right? And then I have the Oma from here. We can start to get into it. And then what Tanner showed yesterday was we're 2-on-1, and then we're under and feeding, and then this hand was here on the elbow, and then getting into the Oma from here. And he was kind of like putting pressure here and chopping,
Yeah.
so that we could just see what you're gonna go from here.
Yeah.
You know, I can hold this leg, I can keep this leg, or I can let it go. Doesn't really matter once I'm here. The detail was getting our bodies more this way versus here. And then just sort of letting it play out. If he's gonna posture, then I can straighten. I can figure 4 and straighten if he's gonna posture. If he does posture all the way up without standing up, then we were going back to here. That's okay. Here, let me get out. Get these legs up, yeah, like that, right? And then we can move from here, or he's gonna, maybe we invite him to let him sit up, and he sits up, and then we go right back to, so just kind of, sensing what the movement from the guy on the bottom was, and then, just going through this whole roll. So,
I felt clumsy.
I'm
this
here, you roll. I'm here, I get my legs out. He was grabbing here.
I'm not sure. There was one, like the first time I did it, it felt great. I rolled good. It rolled up. It felt fine. And then every other time after that, it just felt clumsy and awkward and weird.
I think my head went to the wrong side.
And he rolls.
I rolled this
You can go really slow. Go ahead and roll. Yep. And I'm here. And I roll. And then eventually, what I want to do is I want to move, even if I'm here, I want to move my hip away so that I bring him flat. Yeah. Before I sit up, but you can do it when you're sitting up. Move your hip away. But a lot of times we're here. So sit back up. A lot of times we're here, right?
Yeah.
And we're trying to move our feet to the other side so we can finish. And so we can push away, we can drag him away, move our hip away, and as we do, he's going to either lose his arm or he's going to flatten. As we pull him away. And then our hands are already switched. So, and then I guess the other one from there is we're here. And if you're there, I'm going to work this. And if he's going to straighten, then, then I can go belly down to armbar. So, just seeing all of that.
I was going to ask you, I remember we could go with this. When you start setting up the omoplata, when you said you hamstring down the back of my head, that's where I try to see it. So you come out here, with this left leg hamstring curl here, because what I want to do is instead of posturing up out of it, I posture around in a counterclockwise position. So if he doesn't give me a good hamstring curl, I try to come around this way and I end up in side control.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't always see that, and I've been doing it. I was going to ask Tanner, as I already know they're setting up this omoplata, I'm not even worried about it because I'm thinking I'm ducking out that left pocket of his. So as he starts getting that foot over my head, I immediately drive my head, I'm trying to, drive over here. But that's why it's important, like Tanner said, hamstring curl, as I come here, he clamps down right there, go ahead and clamp down the heel. I can't, I'm no longer there. I gotta disengage and I gotta posture up.
Well, he also showed from half guard. So we're here, and I sort of purposefully lose the underhook battle, right?
Yeah.
And now but
Okay.
as I do, I clamp onto here.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
And then, I'm trying to grab, I'm grabbing under my knee right now, and I can push that away. I can be here, I can sit up, I can push this away, I can try to get my foot across, or I can get this foot across. He's gonna face out, and I just straighten this one, and I lock it, and as I do that, it adds that pressure across, but it's better under his chin. But so we were here, and I'm just straightening as I'm sort of locking this, and it's adding that pressure.
But he's being nice because I'm really excited that his feet are under my chin.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, again, even from half guard, we're going to be fighting here. I like my knee shield. I feel really comfortable here. Guys on top, guys on bottom want to get into, want to either like what Tanner was saying, get you into deep half, or they're gonna try to win this underhook. So you're fighting. So I can even like really be doing this, and then he's gonna pummel through or something and take that, and then I can, oh no, you know, I got it. He got me.
ambulance, but not for me.
Right? So I mean, that just makes me feel like, geez, I'm strong there, right? So for me in half guard, I'm always here.
Yeah.
I'm always on the,
Push pull.
I'm always
on
on
your
my
elbow.
elbow, and I'm always here, and I'm always just trying to block this. And even if, and a lot of times this foot is like, if my knee is not engaged, then my foot is up here, right? So I'm trying to, and I can try and keep this open, and he's gonna pummel, and then I'm gonna protect back here. And all I'm really trying, most of the time, all I'm trying to do in half guard is just get to here and get back.
Yeah.
What I like that he does with his elbow is that I always want to reach for that cuff.
Yeah.
But if you come over to this side, see how I know he's tall, I know he's long, but usually people bring their elbow a little bit further up. I can't reach that. He's got this. So I want to pull in. This is what I want. If he gives it to me, I want to drive this.
He's got, you know, he's up. No, I don't care.
You know what I mean? That's what I want. He never gives me that. And I got this push pull and I got this knee shield.
Yeah.
So,
This is bad in half guard.
but him being up
When
on
I'm
my elbow-
smashed, when I'm
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah.
This is hard, but here I can do a lot. I have
Yeah.
a lot more go. Here I have a lot less go.
That's what I'm
Uh,
saying. Even the position of your elbow is further back than what I've been doing.
Yeah.
And what most people do is I'll be able to grab that wrist, but I can never grab his wrist. And I just realized that. It's all
Yeah. Well, and it's about extension.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get that extension there.
You know, I want to be extended anyways. I don't want to be here.
That's beautiful. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I can usually get to there and not lose my base,
Yeah.
but not with him. And I just realized why.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out.
So you know, that's why I think I'm liking all this, is because, you know, first of all, I like it when we're a closed guard and you're on your knees. But if you are going to stand up, I sure like to threaten with 2-on-1 and then go into that omoplata grip, because you can't, you know, as long as I can get it thrown up there, I'm going to get some leverage over you.
That's where
You
you
know?
have your upper hand on the.
Yeah, right behind the
Okay.
tricep. So, and you know, that's like, Tanner was telling you, like, that's how you're gonna stop me from continuing to move. It's like, I have to address that now,
Yeah.
you know? And if I'm guessing, if so much attention, go ahead, stand up, right, we're here. If so much attention gets drawn to that, or if I'm here, doesn't matter really, but this is, doesn't matter. If so much attention gets drawn to here and he's like, oh, what's going on there, right? If he addresses it, great. If not, whatever. But now it's here, and then maybe my muscle sweep comes back. Because if I just go here and he puts all that weight on that leg, now I can be here, and it's going to change things a little,
Yeah.
right? So he's gonna posture up, and now, you know, now maybe my muscle sweep is here,
Oh, cool.
you know,
Yeah.
and I can come right back here. Now I got to do a better job of finishing this, because I wind up like watching him fall and just admiring my work, and then he just stands right back up. So, yeah, that's
So if I'm gonna control him,
Cool.
Mhm.
Lots of stuff.
the good thing about omoplata is you're not exposed after you are in it. Like sometimes going for an armbar is a big move where if you miss it, he pulls his arm out, he's back on. If he misses a triangle, you know, if we're here and I'm trying to get a triangle, and let's say I go bam and I miss it,
so
your arm's out,
same.
and you flatten me, it's like, man, I lost sight.
Yeah.
Dang it. Omoplata, you know, if we're here and I'm doing this and you wanna come back, well, if you come back like that, I get the triangle.
Yeah.
So that's bad for you. But let's say you come back, you know, and you're saying, oh, I don't want, I'm trying to avoid that, and I'm here, right, and you're basing, I'm just back to closed guard.
Yeah.
It's so safe,
Yeah.
right? Whereas like armbar, I'm here, I gotta like, and then I throw this over, and you can just, yeah, you can just come around to that side, right? And then, yeah, maybe I'm still in guard, but
That happened to me yesterday. I got out, but he had my grip, and I was like, "Get
Yeah.
off of that grip!"
so that's the analogy of American football. In the principles book, you have to stop your defense has to stop his offense
Yeah.
before you can go on offense.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
pretty much need to neutralize the threat before you advance.
Right.
And that's what the analogy is in American football.
Yeah.
You both can't be attacking at the same time.
Right.
So you have to neutralize. It's more effective. You can be, but it's not how the game works. You need to neutralize them and then advance
Yeah.
to make them now address what you've just done. So now you're on offense and you're addressing, or he's addressing, you're attacking, and he might neutralize you, and then you stop. But if he still has grip, that means you went to go to offense when he still has the ball,
Yeah.
and you need to get rid of that grip. So
Yeah.
now you can neutralize.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those
Which is
grips
hard to
are-
know.
Those grips are hard for me.
Which is hard to know when it's the time for me to go.
Yeah.
And that's that little sequence where you're like, you know, we've been doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing these, you're doing those, and I'm doing this, and we're just, you know, getting out, and then you regard, and I'm here, you know, and I'm doing some attack, right? Or I'm, you know, a lot of people will cheat and try to do this attack.
Yeah.
Right? Just turn your head and turn your shoulder up, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
and you're out of that one,
Okay.
right?
That's good to know.
That is good to know. A lot of people will just wade in right here.
Yeah.
So you just push the arm away. Yeah.
Oh.
Take that off.
Oh, you know what?
Feels like you're like, oh, stop.
I've needed to know that for
Yeah.
months now.
Yeah. So,
Is that like a
butterfly sweep.
cheat go-to? That choke?
I know that's what you're trying to do from this when I go.
it's not.
Okay.
It's just that I'm messing with you kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
So you put it
I
on
knew there was
me.
a sweep there.
Right, we're here, and all of a sudden I'm just like, yeah. You gotta come here.
You're trying to do it.
Yeah. Put your thumb in.
Yeah. You just gotta get it across my career. Yeah. So and then come floor, like really do it.
So you're trying to go. from-
Yeah, floor, hand to the mat. Wherever it is.
Oh, so I grab lower.
That's what I want you to sweep.
Yeah, you just.
So that would be a good one.
So you're choking me here, right? First of all, that, get it off, right? Because I always have to go. You're choking me this way. If I want to get, if I go like this, I like to choke first.
Yeah.
So I always got to be able to identify which way is my exit on the choke. So it's here. You know, even Tanner did this to me the other day, and I just let him have it for a while, like,
Oh, hell no.
right? Bring it off. But it was just one of those things where you just do it to see, like, are people awake? Are you awake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can put it on me, and I'll sit here, and I just might let it, like, because the problem for me is I'm gonna take this arm now, right? And I'm gonna say, go ahead, leave your arm up there, and I'm gonna arm bar you.
Yeah.
So when you're choking and you're putting it on someone, and you notice that they like start to grab this, that's when you're like, okay, I'm out. Let's just get right. Yeah, and you go back and protect
Whatever
that
it
thing.
is.
Okay.
Because any appendages away from
Let's say 70.
the center of the board
Yeah.
are vulnerable.
Fair game.
Vulnerable.
Yeah.
You've increased your
But the key on that is
likelihood
to
that
get
you're
right
gonna lose one of
to
them.
the other side.
So
Yeah.
even if you were to do that, you would do it like
I wanted to.
yeah, it's actually made, right? And that's how I still get out.
But I ended up getting swept.
You can't let that. You can't. You ever let your arm get across your body. Yeah, you gotta get back. I don't know. Get it through. Or hard. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. Okay. You can't let that thing. So people will do that. They'll sit here and they'll do this and they'll play games. And as you put your weight right there, I'm gonna push that over. You're gonna do everything to fight that back. And you're just like you're just sort of maybe testing me. You're asking me a question. You're like,
Yeah.
is he even gonna stop that?
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, okay, he stopped that. Okay, smart. You will get somebody who's a dickhead who will like bump your elbow if you do that. Like if you're a really straight arm down to the mat,
Yeah.
right? Do all your pressure. And you're straight arm. You're really trying to choke me. Hold on. Right? You're really trying to choke me. You will get somebody who is like a hard one of those,
Yeah.
and it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I put pressure on the back of the elbow just to help you relieve.
So you just wanna.
I don't think there's a lot.
But I do that. I still do this. You know. Yeah, I still do this to people just to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I still go for like, you know, choke from on top, just to see what people are gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, do you like this? You know, are you not gonna take my arm away here?
That's how,
You know?
that's actually so there's a choke in the, here, I'll take a shake on it. So I'm in his guard.
Yeah.
So
There we go.
it's
Nothing but choke for
there.
a couple months there.
And you're actually across here, and then you take the excess on this side, and that's how I got in the gi match, that's how I got him to open his fucking guard. It wasn't enough that I was gonna be able to finish him,
It's
But-
uncomfortable. Yeah, it's right in the trachea.
and
And I'm like,
I wanna say I was up, and so I had a ton of weight on him, and I
Yeah.
was just pushing on his throat here, and I got him to open his guard enough that I could get the pass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he came back to half guard well, but
Scott, I was gonna pick your brain on this one because I was trying to make this good for Noki as well, but if I'm on the bottom, if I fail at this high guard, what I end up doing is this, so I kind of lose the underhook. I don't give him this underhook, but I lose the underhook battle. So I clear this bottom knee to go to that high guard. He immediately identifies it, postures up. As he postures up, I hold on this elbow right here, and I do like a little sweep.
Mm-hmm. Do it again. Sorry.
That's okay. And this is what I wanted to say, is if you have this and they fail, because we're all doing the same thing. I'm up on my elbow, and I do this, and I sneak my bottom knee up to get to my hard guard. He immediately goes, oh, not today, bitch. I grab this overhook, I bring this foot down, and my butterfly guard between his legs switches to sweep. So in the gi, it'll be easier because you'll have something to grab onto. With no gi, I do an overhook. I've never been taught it, but I just kind of feel like I have a higher percentage sweep there. Sometimes they base it out and they don't get it, but at least I've created some space now. I just regard.
Yeah.
What do you think about that one?
I mean, I'd have to feel it, but it looks strong, and I just know.
So knowing what we're going over there, right? So you get that underhook. Try to get your like no, not staying. Yeah. I just don't know if it's as there's any vulnerabilities. I'm not saying.
Yeah, see, so if I have the underhook,
You're just gonna drive back into it.
well, I'm not gonna go, my first tendency, when I'm, if I was here, I would have to pressure into what's happening, you know, like this.
Yeah.
But if I'm in half guard, or I'm in somebody's half guard, my game is here to flatten,
Okay.
and my game is here to break your knees.
Okay.
My game is here
just roll out.
to break your knees, or if I'm just having a heck of a time and we're here, then I'll go to the other side. I'll roll them so we're here in half guard.
So rather than the underhook, you're
So we're here
trying to-
and we're doing this, and he's back and he's doing his thing. I'll just come up and
I have to transition.
come to the other side.
Huh.
So if I don't like it, you know, so or I can even, you know, if I'm just switch his knees. If I get stuck and he's got, you know, his knees, or even if I'm up, right, and he's got me knees this way, and I feel stuck, I'll just switch to knees over here
Okay.
and see if that feels better, right? So from here, And I just like, he's just a super stout, right? And he's got his knee shields just jamming into me. And it's just like, I don't have anywhere to go. And I feel threatened, you know. I might just bring it to the other side and see if I have a better game there. So do that to me. We're here, right? And I'm here. I don't know what's happening. And that goes to the other side. Now it's different. Now I gotta trade, you know, I gotta trap this, or, you know, I gotta try to come back and recover this, you know, but
It's the same subtlety we were talking about.
it's like, it's just something where you feel like, we're here, and this is like, oh man, or even if he's like locked up, you know, but we're here, you know, and you're just like, I'm so stuck. All you gotta do is switch that door's closed, but if you switch the knees the other way, it's so different.
Yeah.
So I think that's also kind of what we were talking about last week when I was saying, if you clear that knee, you can knee cut, or you can clear the knee and go to 3/4.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you can always go the other side. So
Yeah.
once I pass you on the side guard, let's just say I do pass, I get here, but I'm just past, but I just can't get past his defenses. I can just jump over the back, and I didn't think about that until a few years ago when some other purple belt was busy. The driver, I can't get in. I didn't let him get in. All he did was just force me here. Now he's at my back. So sometimes we're so focused on passing,
Yeah.
we can just jump over the hips.
And I'm always I'm always passing guard. I'm like always looking for the knee slice. I'm always here trying to get through. And if I can't get it because you're stopping me or whatever, then I'll just stand back up. And then I'll come back. Right? Or I'll stand back up and I'll switch sides and see if your defense is the same the other side. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what Tanner's
Really
been
simple.
helpful for me on, is to keep the game moving.
Yeah.
That's like my new frustration when because I don't want to be fast. I want to be slow as a snail, but keep the game moving.
Nice and smooth.
I don't want to get here and start clinching up and start trying super hard, you know? I just want to keep it flowing.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
You guys up for some rolls?
You worked
Yeah,
out.
let's go.
Yeah.
Sure.
You worked out my son yesterday
You
too.
guys
Yeah.
That was more so you could get a roll with somebody else than it was.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was like, he probably wants to feel.
I love coming
A
with
real
him.
piece of meat.
It's really good bonding for us.
Yeah, of course.
But sometimes I want to be like, all right, dude,
Yeah.
spread your wings.
All right, you're done.
So in that case, I will roll the shit out of your cut.
Everybody's willing to. It's
Okay.
great. It's
All right.
great. It's totally great.
I just don't,
I also want to make sure I'm not just always like, all right, see you, dude.
deuces.
See you, dude.
Deuces and deuces.
Sure.
1 minute rounds.
Top of the morning, Professor.
See
Morning,
ya.
sir.
I don't know what play this
Even though
is.
it's cold.
We're doing 4 minute rounds, is that what you just said?
Yeah, you're late. You're right on time.
Get in there. Go. Go ahead.
Showing?
Are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Not sure how to work with the.
I'll give you those. You're welcome to grab one.
Forehead and chin, smash through it.
I know you're going there.
down,
Yeah.
it just totally stops what you're
I
trying to
feel
do.
like I can snap it, but I'm not sure because.
Well, go ahead and
This
snatch
is
it.
here, sweet.
Smash it. And then just extend it again. Okay. Now I'm under. So it's a great, like,
Yeah, no,
great little reminder.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's definitely much more.
How are you?
My name's Andrew. I just got here. I own an oil business. I have beautiful hair.
Okay, sir. You called me.
You wanna do a light roll? Sure. As a warm up, we'll do a floor roll, I can just stretch it, I mean, just.
Just waiting? Okay.
If you're offensive.
Okay, you. What, okay. What is the whole purpose?
To
Simpler than what you already.
gain control.
Yeah. Okay. So getting close, you're up and
Okay. Since I have the dominant position, just keep it. Wait for you to try to get the upper position.
Right, so I'm gonna try that. Not necessarily that. Right.
How can you keep control right from us? Thinking about trying to get in on the inside.
No, just one overall.
How do you control
You're gonna gain control ultimately by moving your hips past my hips.
Yeah.
That's the next level.
So
you're winning.
You can shoot from that elbow. You're using a higher leverage to go underneath. Go from higher. Okay. So it's. My knee is off, but almost.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
You're here. So then this. Try to do that kneecap.
Going into my guard is helping you gain control.
Yeah. Back down.
Don't let.
Yeah.
How do you defend when you have to make a stop?
And that's the whole thing. We're just gonna do like, I want you to just go ahead and transition to.
Sort of mess with this is here.
I know I'm in a good position, but I don't know where to go. I'm just trying to be defensive. He said, no, yeah, you can just go hard. You've increased your control, feel confident and say,
Mine, I need to stop their offense before I can execute mine. Right now, you're not really doing anything. And just stop that. Your shoulders moving up. Stop that. Now I gotta sleep. Now I can go. So you're gonna go again.
so it's a modified scissor sweep, or am I usually stop that again? My toes are here. I'm here, my knees go out.
You won't let me. You won't even let me start my offense because you just keep shooting bullets. So I gotta stay up. What are you doing? Why are you holding them? I want to try to move them. Okay. Right, you gotta do that then. Okay. If you're just holding them right here, I'm holding them right here.
Yeah.
So I'm using no energy. Really nice.
No, here to
Focus over here.
open up and look out you do. Yeah. Anywhere you want. Oh shit. Oh shit. And you're thinking where you can go.
Get away. Cover. Elbow. Push this knee in my chest.
My knees are all together.
Even like.
So it's not something you're gonna see, but you're gonna feel it. No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Brutal.
I can do
Now I
this.
am gonna do this.
I'm 210 pounds. I'm pretty heavy.
So you're gonna fight to keep it up. Alright, you're gonna, but you can put that on the hip.
Yeah, I wanna do
Flatten me
something
out.
like this.
Put it on, kick my knee back.
Whoa! I like that. It's not always gonna be there.
Right.
So, yeah, out here is doing nothing. But,
So last segment I was trying to do some field, but it was over
so
here.
usually we're here, so I wanna stop you from going out. This is here. Go ahead, go that way. That way.
It's not always like the first move. I'm not doing 100%.
So I have to block it. So that's why I'm here, blocking.
Okay, this is gonna be his last one.
So if it's not here, there's this, you can just walk right around. Yeah, you walk around, you're seeing nothing.
One sweeper suit. Right, or if it's a self-defense force.
Walk behind my head.
Right.
Walk behind my
Oh, like this.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You don't even have to do anything.
And that's a good.
Yeah, so, you're not gonna engage it here.
I love
You're not gonna engage here block.
I'm gonna go hard to do it with time. Get it, get it.
Then you get it here, and here, 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 right? I mean, you can, try to go that way now. Right, I'm blocking you. Now it's on my hip. Now, if half guard is good, full guard is better. So I got here because you got one leg out, so you're halfway out of guard. Well, I have more control if you're in my full guard. And now that I can get my legs around you, I feel more comfortable. I'm back into more dominant control positions, and you're back to being in guard. You had half guard, you were halfway out.
Yeah.
But
I'll work on that.
I was able to recover, get this out. Yeah, so then you could grab that, stuff it, right? Now you don't want to put it there, because that's where I just, hey! Oh!
Like everything about it was amazing. You know, all that. Yeah.
As children, learning a language or learning to walk the language. So that's completely interesting. We might have all these enthusiasm.
Yeah.
It's kind of what we are. It's hard to tell. We may have other proficiencies in other aspects of life.
Wrong.
I started at 6. I'm 52. So. Why am I not good? I excel at everything else. In 6 years, I still do it. And I know I can. But
You know, I've taken a lot of time. Baltimore, I would say it's the hardest because of the amount of position. Like, just a half star, right? 17,000 different variations. Just like that.
it's true, but it's also progressive. My felt like the more I know, the less I do.
Yeah.
So think of this. I call it iron school when I hit it. So if my knees and elbows and my head goes forward,
Come over.
I'm structurally.
Yep.
And my I'll show. So one minute. I'm gonna try to be on this elbow, but my knees and elbows are still lined up. The moment I turn your head, hips or knees in any direction, I'm on twist. So any position I'm in, I'm gonna be in an iron screw position.
Here. This feet,
And here.
this
You like this
pole,
thing?
and I
We're gonna do this thing.
And nothing in my legs. When I stretch.
Yeah, solar plexus into
Trying
my
to get
shoulder.
nothing that center line in your body. Trying to get offset. And as you get on the ground, getting that iron screw, your knees and elbows are kind of bent. You're closing your back.
Okay, sure. I'm ready for my lesson.
You know that I'm doing that, but you want to get back to plank. So when you flat your back, you're gonna carry all my 200 weight on the time on your lunge. You gotta stand this way. When you get on your side, knee elbow connection. I get here. I touch your bikini line, as I say. It's just, so yeah, there's 20,000 different positions, but if you can keep that knee alignment, iron squirrel, it helps. I like it. So for me, I had to break it down to the fundamentals of what works for me, because I'm not gonna learn 60 moves. But if I can stay safe, once Tanner starts going for my collar, I start like this, he's opening me up, my knees and elbows are disconnecting, he's opening up. Or, you know what I mean, like just those kind of things. And you finally yeah, I didn't want to before them. Krav Maga, I was a cage fighting and tried to, when I was in my 40s when I got out of 30. Yeah, I was like 30, I was in the army and started doing cage fighting. I'm not gonna fight these 20 year olds. I thought I could, but yeah, no. With this, I fell in love with it.
That's quick.
So I thought
I was like, I can hang on, and all of a sudden it was like,
I don't want to. Yeah. Is that what you get tagged? I'm still gonna get tagged. You can talk about it?
I'm talking about it, I'm thinking about it. Thanks, sir.
So, buddy,
I love the hair. Dude, what made you decide to get a cut?
Doing Montana
Competition with
photo
Tanner.
shoot.
look at this right here. John, do you go to this?
Yeah, we a roll?
Sure. Yeah. All right.
I'm with you, man. Been doing this for a long time. I'm like a 5-year white belt. That's totally nothing.
I felt it last second.
Nuts.
I didn't put it nuts there.
Just went over this. Were you here for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your shoulder right?
It's the other shoulder.
Okay, it's great. Sure. Yeah.
Someone grabbed my foot.
Sorry. Tanner's always playing this.
I was like, what the fuck did you grab my foot?
What are you still doing here?
Fucking bowling ball, I need my leg under your ass.
You had to get your hips under me, yeah.
do you like? I mean, this is happening.
I'm sorry. Right, yeah. Okay, about.
Things are clogged up. So, anyway, I'm gonna see that. Under the, over the elbow here. Over the
Oh,
elbow.
for the
Yes.
left bar.
I get vulnerable, putting myself susceptible to that. Because I'm comfortable doing this.
Forget about it.
I know, and it seems like it's gonna really take it.
Well,
But once you elbow a chicken wing on it, I should.
I'm just trying to. I'm really weak in triangles, so I've been working on getting in there.
Yeah, I
Getting in there.
So think of it this way, like a triangle, you don't have to simple things.
So let's say you're a little tired.
The one I had you, the one that was pretty
It
close,
was uncomfortable.
I only had the trap triangle.
Good.
I to start, I didn't even have that. It was that new school, leg across, pull the arm, just kind of shove it in the other way.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was gonna say, is like, I didn't feel comfortable, so I had to pause and just let you think you did that. Right. Is that perfect?
No, that's recognizing that lost
But it was-
position and moving on.
Yeah, I knew it was tight, but you don't have a whole lot of, you don't have a whole lot of neck, you got a lot of shoulders, and
With
it was right up
anything,
your ears.
with
You need
anything,
to shut down and
don't gas yourself out. And let me go, okay, I guess I gotta do something. And once you do that, that's where,
Let you make mistakes.
that's where I feel bad. Yeah, kinda like with the, when you got the, you were letting me get the double underhooks when you mounted. I knew I was fucked right away when I went on the kick. I knew it. So, I just kinda stalled. Oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm comfortable with that.
When I was trying to, I'm working on getting back to those.
With that one, if you can get a little bit more squared up on my chest and say, get that's right, put my arm in my head.
Yeah.
So,
So,
you know what I'm talking about?
no, I do.
Yeah.
You're doing a very good job
Yes,
keeping your
okay.
head down.
Good.
And so I was trying to be patient and get everything tight enough to make you, all right, this is getting bad, and hoping that you would try and get it a little bit.
Sometimes you might not get my head under, but you'll be able to pry your knee or your heel. And just think of knee touching heel. You're not always gonna get it, but then once you do it, you got a good base. Grab it out of my head. Isn't that weird, comfortable, uncomfortable? So
you could,
try to get this heel close to my ear.
So that's part of the problem I got. When I get there, when I'm coming from
So I can do that,
and then I can hear, I get it
Back
here,
off.
and then the problem is getting my foot. So I guess what I should be trying for is to come, keep that tight, come here, and then work that.
oh,
What's troubling is the hip, so if I have trouble with.
I'll keep this one down.
It's just easier on your shoulder.
Took it easy on him so you can have full front.
It has to like be a little bit elevated, so I should. Let it dry.
Oh, that's the problem. So what I was trying to do.
It's one or the other, whatever foot comes in.
So it's got to be this one. Yeah. So that's the problem. Let me try one more thing. So here, there. Yeah, sure enough. I was trying to move this one. Man. But if I've already got this across, then I can Right, I've got it all. So what I was trying to go the other way.
This is where I feel comfortable.
Was that, how was that choke was that tighter?
Yeah, I know I'm in trouble, but what I'm really worried about. And if you don't get the choke,
The arm bar's there.
the arm bar's there, and it's all in the arm bar. Don't worry about my hips and as uncomfortable as it is mentally, all my legs make it out a little. Yeah. We're not just way back, you know, put your elbow back. Now for the hip. This is where it gets so over my hands is less effective coming under my wrist.
I think the key for me is that when I'm here and I've got that shoulder out there, it's getting that cross control on that elbow. And then just leaning back and letting it go back. I think that's my key. Because initially it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel secure at all. But looking back at it. No, and that yes, absolutely. That's absolutely, I should be hitting that. What I'm saying is that I didn't feel comfortable going for getting that leg around, which creates the arm lock because I wasn't going here and recognizing the strength there. You know, if you ever let me look back there, and then obviously you know what's coming. So
I'm trying to double down to keep the hips down.
so like this, like you would.
Yep.
This way. Take a hand. See, look it, make that a little bit.
So you see how you're forcing it that way? I want you to underhook my wrist. Just underhook my wrist.
Got it.
Look at that. I'm still struggling to get to this.
The odd thing is in order for you to turn in, you first have to turn away from me. So I want to stop your first movement.
Let's just say I do sweep you. I want you to scoot your butt to your left in a counterclockwise position. No, the other way. As I sit up.
Walking through that.
Whatever grips he has,
Those are all there.
Juji. Going this
Yep.
way. Good
Or even
posture.
this one.
Get line in the hips.
Scissor action on there. Oh shit. Now we're in trouble.
This is the gentleman's hour.
Yeah.
Not sure you guys belong.
Hey, I'm 36. I am master's something at this point.
36 masters.
So,
No.
nobody has 20-year-olds, 25-years.
You guys
I know,
are
yeah, me too. It's always
Masters
keeping
3.
in line.
We
I
just
was
saw a
getting
bunch
thrown in
of
an
cars.
adult bracket.
Go
Getting
class.
wrecked by some 18
Masters
year
2.
old.
Masters 2. Sorry.
Masters 2.
Physical touch. So
Yep.
if he decides to-
I'll get this time for lunch.
Yeah, you haven't gotten to the
Pretty close, man.
seniors or executive circuit yet.
The CEOs.
We get enough time to do this, you know?
Gotta
Gotta make sure we do the work.
Is he doing
work.
privates or just
No,
like
He's doing a private. I just finished that.
Now, when
Usually
closer I get to here, what I find is when